Alright, so let's talk about practical applications of combinations of things like scholastical skills and magic, or artistic skills and magic. My friend, who is on the left-hand path mostly, and that's a downer when it's a lifestyle, he took a lesson in Reiki. He took a basic Reiki 1 course, and that filled him with so much positive and creative energy that he started using things that were along his path anyway. He practices Asetru. So that's like the Norse-ish way is like the Helm of Ah and the runes, the Elder Futhark, stuff like that, stuff he studies. He started making bind runes because he's an artist. He just got this creative jolt and this energy, running through him positively after a Reiki attunement, and started using his what those on the light or the right hand path would consider maybe dark magic or evil. He just threw it into the positive, and it's like you can see the change in someone's life when they when they really take on some positive energy, and when they decide to look up because they're so down, this is the only thing to do. We curl when we get depressed, and we're like, literally, you have to look up. It's like body dysmorphic disorder, and you see it in ball pythons that are kept in rack systems and never get to stand up to eat or anything natural like that are kept in shallow mating bins, and can't even do the dance. They like to twirl around each other and really salsa before they rumba, if you will. Anyway, I feel like we curl up like snakes, literally. You lie around and you flop over and you look up to heaven, and then you accept whatever it takes to kind of help you with your energy. It's nice to nurse someone who's about to be on their rock bottom, and then be the little bit of ever so subtle positive light you can be that kind of lets them increase their perspective greatly in a short time. You be the light of the world. Did it say this in the Bible? I'm almost there. I saw you are the salt of the earth. Let your light shine. We have to be Christ. We are the body of Christ. We are the Eucharist, the living blood. Literally. You are as magical as Jesus is if you'll just follow him and do what he said. You gotta go to jail. It says, when you are imprisoned, beaten, lied about, falsely accused, be happy because you follow me. And remember, the prophets before you were persecuted also. Now, that is not a direct quote from any particular published version. I've mixed them all up so that I'm not breaking anyone's copyright, and also not having to write a little approved list of, hey, that's just every Bible I read, Conglom, and nobody can sue me about this one. I know, because I read them all and memorized them and mixed them up accordingly. I'm not. It belongs to YouTube now. Make the YouTube abridged. That would be cool if we could make a collective of YouTube like creators who do biblical study, to put together a little compendium of your favorite books summarized by you and mixed up in a way that it's original, and then we could put together like YouTube version, the new Bible. And once we have enough creators contribute enough of their favorite parts of the Bible to kind of cover it all for the Christian or the Catholic canons, or we could start a series of them and print them as like small books. That'd be a cool project. If we could get that, material bulky enough to make a complete YouTube version of Bible, co-created and then recorded in written form by like a circle of YouTube creators that would like to contribute to the project. Maybe I'll find some that I listen to sometimes and slowly tag them in or send them a link to this in case we'd want to actually make this movement move if anyone's interested. I'm cool with collaborating with anyone. Honestly, if you have a passion for this subject matter, I do. I take the Bible literally. I'm immortal. But I've been being immortal forever, I think, anyway. My whole life I can remember. Born, dead, triple suicide, 3 knots in that umbilical cord, and I was told that I did some damage to some bones while I was kicking around like that. So mercury makes things grow, right? And mercury is in high content in seafood. And my mom's pregnancy craving was calamari or something like that. And she said on a weekly basis she gave into the craving. So I'm like, she also complains that I was like a 9+ pound baby. And I was like, you made me a giant by eating seafood all the time, though. You got to learn the chemistry of your food when you're thinking about these pregnancy issues. What are you taking in? You can change your whole diet to fight something like uterine cancer or any kind of cancer, really. Yeah, you can get all those kind of problems down to a manageable size by changing your diet and doing some skin treatments with black castor oil. Just it's toxic, so you can only do it not more than 3 times a week safely, 2 or 3 times a week. To spend about 45 minutes to an hour rubbing oil into the place where the cancer lives on the outside of you. It'll make you hot. You'll go into red patches if you're light skinned, but and it will cause some things to come out of your skin or the nearest orifice where the cancer could exit. So if you're dealing with uterine fibroids or something, you may actually pass some of them. If you're rubbing this on your belly, you may have some extreme fever. You'll get hot for 20 or 30 minutes and cramp, but you'll pass those cysts without tearing up the tissue within. It's much safer than surgery. That combined with a low estrogen diet, which is pretty much dictated by not having soy, and you may quit animal protein and fat for a while. No milk, no meat, no cheese, etc. No soy, and limit drinking and eating out of plastic, because there's something in it that mimics estrogen in the body and makes cancer grow. So you basically starve the cancer out. You take what will make the cancer grow or sustain out of your diet for a while until you've reached a safe lower weight. If you do this too long, you will start to lose bone and muscle mass. If you kill the cancer off completely and shed or pass it completely by using the black castor oil treatment on the outside of your skin, and then you continue that stuff, it'll start to eat away at you. So you kind of have to veer off and start adding meat and dairy back into your diet to maintain a healthy weight once the problem's solved. It's a pretty good progression of lifestyle changes to take on if you sincerely are battling cancer but don't want the dangers of whatever Western medicine has to offer. Maybe something to consider learning about before deciding on a treatment plan. I don't give advice. I make suggestions. I speak carefully. I don't have licenses that are necessary to make it legal for me to give advice, so I strictly avoid it. And credits to J.K. Rowling for helping me understand how to speak safely. That's the magic of, the practice, is knowing how to talk about it without ever giving advice or doling out treatments. You don't give massages. You don't anything that it takes a license to do. You never refer. You can rub someone's back. You don't give a massage. These are ways, like, this isn't legal advice because I don't have advice to do it, but this is how I legally advise myself. Oh no, I don't have a license to do that. But this is how I keep myself from having to give myself legal advice. Yeah, you talk all around. Just make sure that you don't do something that someone who got a license to do it does as their profession. Ooh. So it's no wonder, like, I don't want to talk about what's happened because maybe that would be slandered, but a lot of natural healers go down for doing things like that. So I strictly avoid it. Oh, what was I talking about in the first place, though? Okay, combining mathematical skills, Montessori methodology, which is black magic anyway, and some curses and some demons I know can peacefully battle his torture psychically from afar. It's like you got this like element of magnetism you can call, boom, that thing ruined your life a few years ago. So you got it, under your heel, I guess. You just let that, like, I don't want to say the name because I don't want you to curse yourself with this guy, but he's in my corner. Y'all, you ruined my life, so, play him versus assuming how something lower than 2,000 watts, that's one factor. Less than 2,000 watts times how many men? You just go reverso times this amount. And I said it so it's law because I'm a god. Oh, holy Solomon. Yeah, it's that dark. But that's how peacefully, psychically, lawfully. Please, everyone, coalesce! The coalition. I love everyone, no matter. See, and you can all read my mind, so you're all my allies. I break the chains of strangeness, misunderstanding, or competitiveness between you. I love you all. Love is pervasive. It outshines the hate, sis. Love, 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 love. Love. I love you all.